Hi everyone, and welcome to Arcade Treasure Center. My name is Roy. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay. At least that's what I call myself, as a full-time reseller. I'm really a part-time reseller. I don't work every day. I don't always go out and source. I don't always work in my eBay room. I do have a retirement, and it's a single retirement for a pension, so my wife and I live off that. And that just about covers the bills and pays the necessities. So I do eBay on the side to make extra money, so that way we can go out and have a good time. We can go travel. We can buy the things that we want to buy, not the things that we need. And we get to enjoy ourselves. So if you're a full-time reseller or a part-time reseller or just looking for extra income, then you understand what I'm saying. And eBay is a platform where I like to sell and make money. And I've been selling on eBay for quite a while. So it really helps. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was in my last video, if you saw it, I did a little boasting and I talked about our weather down here in South Texas. I said most of you are all dealing with cold and that it was 85 degrees and I was walking around in shorts. Well, you can see I got my flannel shirt on, and yes, it's changed. It warmed up a little bit, but it's 38 degrees and it feels like 29. And I know a lot of you are dealing with even colder temperatures, but for us southern Texans down here where it's warm, kind of like in Florida or different places, we like to enjoy our heat, and we know it'll warm back up in a couple days. It won't last long, but I knew that when I did that little bit of boasting, we were getting a cold front coming. But a 50 degree drop is quite a dramatic drop for us, so I'm enduring the temperatures. So it was a fabulous Veterans Day weekend. We did some awesome sales and had a great time. I'm not going to count the sales that sold right before like on a Friday. I don't count the Friday sales. I'm only going to count the Saturday and Sunday and Monday sales. So it's about 72 hours worth of sales. Also, we had a few sales after what I packaged and shipped on the same day, and I'm not going to count those. So I'm only going to count about 20 items that we had that sold. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to go pretty quick. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer, so I'll be able to know what's coming up and be able to tell you what we sold. The first thing that sold was a new pair of men's wigwam boot wool socks. They were a pair of 9 to 12s. Oh, just heard the cha-ching. There it goes. The pair of socks picked up at a thrift store. It was brand new without the tags. It was still sealed, but without the tags. Sold them for $7.95, and the buyer paid the shipping. Next thing that sold, I picked up at an estate sale. It was a book called Manresa, An Edible Reflection by David Kinch. It's a hardcover. I think originally the book was listed at about $50 on the back cover. It's a restaurant or a chef out of California put this book together. It has a bunch of those fancy restaurant type dinners, recipes. It was really nice. I sold it for $24.99, and the buyer paid the shipping, and that went out media mail. Okay, the next item I sold quite a few, so I'm not going to mention them all. It was a great retail arbitrage find. I picked up, went over to Walmart and was doing some other shopping and came across their clearance item, and they had these out. It's the AcuRite wireless thermometer. I have one inside. I took one out and I use it and I love it. It works really good. It's got a self-setting clock on it. The thermometers themselves, like I said, there was a clearance, so I bought all that they had, and it couldn't have been any better because the timing of the year is perfect. It's cold outside, it's winter time, people want to know the temperature, and these things are selling very fast, so I'm really happy. This one sold for $22 with free shipping, and it went out first class mail, so it only cost me a couple dollars to ship out. And of course, you know, I got it at a good price, so I'm making about $13 a piece on them. This next item that sold was another AcuRite wireless indoor thermometer, and I'm going to keep going because, like I said, I just told you about it. Alright, this next item I picked up at a estate sale. I picked it up with that other book. This is The Tale of Mr. Jeremy Fisher by Beatrix Potter. The book was copyrighted in 1934. It's a small book. Beatrix Potter wrote a lot of children's books. This one sold for $4.99 and went out media mail. Alright, this next item I picked up at a I think it was a different estate sale. It might have been the same estate sale that I picked up those books. but it's a Laurel Birch Fantasy in the Forest coffee mug. It's got flowers, it's got little fairies sitting in there, and I don't know if you can see it in the pictures, but there's birds and different kind of things. It looks really pretty. It's a fantasy looking mug. I picked it up. I didn't pay but probably about 50 cents for it, and sold it for $8.50, and the buyer paid the shipping. All right, this next item was a Blue Mountain women's black gray white plaid flannel shirt. I was real happy. If you watched in that last video, this is what we called our first official viewer sale. The reason we called it that was because they sent a message saying that they were a viewer and they bought this item, and because they were a first-time viewer, we gave them a gift with it. If you hadn't seen that video, go back and watch the last video, which was a Veterans Day video, and you'll see the gift that we sent out with this shirt. But Elaine bought this shirt, and we were real happy, so thank you again, Elaine. Okay, this next item I picked up is called Jeeves and Wooster's. It's a complete collection of DVDs 2013. I never heard of it before, but when I looked it up, the comps were outrageous. I was really happy. This was brand new, sealed package, it was complete, and we sold it for $89.95 with free shipping. And normally I would send this out media mail, but because of the price, I went ahead and sent it out as priority. I did pay up for the priority, but I wanted to make sure that I was covered for insurance in case anything happened. So sometimes that's what I'll do. You know, I'll be willing to pay the price that's a little bit higher just to make sure that I know that the product gets there safely, and if it doesn't, then I make sure that insurance covers it and is taken care of. Okay, this next item I picked up at a church garage sale. It's the Xbox original, what they call a Fat Duke controller. It was really good condition. All the buttons, all the toggles, everything worked just fine. There was no problems with it. But because it's older, it's not something that is people are really looking for. Anyway, I put it up in auction, and I got one bid for it for $7.99, and the buyer paid the shipping. So that's okay. I got my money out of it. Alright, this next item is something I picked up, I believe, at a estate sale. It was a 7 3/4 inch amber, very heavy cigar ashtray. It's also around the same size. It'll fit in a lot of ashtray stands, so it was kind of a common size. It was really nice. Had one little minor chip that you couldn't even see, but I listed that in the description and also put it down and took photos of it. So, but this was really good, and the buyer paid $24.95 plus the shipping. All right, there's another AcuRite wireless indoor thermometer clock. So, you know, like I said, really good find. $22 free shipping. Okay, this next one that I picked up at a garage sale. It came in a box, and again, it was another video, and if you hadn't seen it, we bought a lot of stuff at a garage sale. This was in a box of stuff that was kind of extras. So I can't even say I really had a good price into it, but it's an authentic Coach purse. The number on it's 12947. That's the last numbers on it. It was in really excellent condition, really good collectible type Coach, and it sold for $40, and the buyer paid the shipping. Okay, this next item I picked up at an estate sale, and you might have saw it in another video, where the only thing I picked up at this estate sale was this Polaroid camera. It was really nice. The Polaroid camera came in a hard case, and it had a whole bunch of extras with it. It was called a Pro Pack Extras. It came with 3 extra cartridges of Polaroid film, DVD on how to do the Pro Pack, and different things. It was a whole bunch. It was really good. Picked that up, and it sold for $40.95, and the buyer paid the shipping. And I had to say, and on this one, because of the weight, I sent it out by FedEx. If it had gone out by USPS, then it would have cost almost $60 to mail out. So the difference is it cost 20, I forget what it cost exactly, 20 something dollars to mail out, so the cost was significantly better. So if you have the opportunity, if you're a reseller and you sell on eBay or any other platform, be sure you look at the shipping prices and make sure you look at your best deals. FedEx has really good deals, and like I said, this went out for $49.95 and the buyer paid the shipping. Okay, this next item was actually came with a Polaroid camera, but it wasn't meant to go with the Polaroid camera. It was just in the package, and it's a folding L camera strap. It was brand new, still in its own package, and it will hold a video camera or a regular camera, and it's just an L mount to hold, so the camera goes up and it just sits on there so you can help hold it. But since it didn't really go with it, I took it out, listed it separately, and it sold for $6.95 and the buyer paid the shipping. Alright, this next item I picked up at an estate sale. It was a silver teapot, and so I thought, now I'm going to tell you, on the bottom of it, it had a, if I can remember, it had a lion, a leopard head, and I can't remember what the other marking on it was. Any silver that's made in Europe or the countries over there, anytime it's stamped with a lion, that's supposed to represent sterling silver. Now there are some copies and there are some fakes, and sometimes certain silver producers will put that with other markings to indicate that it's silver plated. Well, this one I wasn't sure whether it was silver or not. I assumed that it probably was, but further testing, I don't believe it was completely silver, but you know, I wasn't too sure. I did a little testing, but the outside of it was showing, or the base of it was showing silver, so I didn't know. Anyway, through the testing, I didn't believe so. I believe that it was probably copper and silver plated. So I went ahead and listed up on the auction and got a message, and the person said they'd give me $15, and I went ahead and took it just so I wouldn't have to deal with this item. So I sold it for $15, and the buyer paid the shipping. Another AcuRite wireless indoor-outdoor thermometer. So, okay, this next item was a new old stock. It was a vintage set of Miro holiday cookie cutters. It came in a package of 4. I picked it up, I think, at a thrift store or estate sale. I can't remember. Really didn't pay much for it. Sold it for $7.95, and the buyer paid the shipping. Alright, this next item was a retail arbitrage item that I picked up. It's the Stranger Things Netflix series Demogorgon. It's a 10-inch action figure. I listed it up. There was for collectors, anytime you kind of list something like this, you want to make sure if there's any flaws, you put it in your details and take pictures of it. This one had like a little scratch mark across the bottom where it looked like maybe when it came in its larger pack with all the other ones, that they used a box cutter and went around and came across and scratched the front of it. So I took pictures of it and I put it in the description that that's what it had, and I still got my full asking price of $32.99, but I did send this one out free shipping for that reason. I had another one that I had picked up and sold it and included the shipping. This one I went ahead and listed the same price, but I put it free shipping to account for that little scratch. And because, like I said, a lot of times things like this go to collectors, and they want something that's pristine and mint condition, or it looks really good. So this is why I felt comfortable putting it down free shipping. It wasn't real heavy, and I was able to ship it out with no problem. This next item is a brown bag cookie art press stamp. It's a beach scene. The stamp's number 40. It's these used to be really popular, but the popularity of them has gone down. They still sell for good money if you can find them at a really good cheap price, or inexpensive price, I should say. You'll still be able to make some profit off of it. They used to sell for $20 and $30 around their normal retail price, but now that the market on them, I guess, has gotten flooded and they're not as popular. This one sold for $11.95, and the buyer paid the shipping. All right, and this is the last item, and it was the New Bright 384 Holiday Express Christmas Electric Animated Train Set, which I was really happy to sell. This is actually went to Canada, and it sold for $200, and the buyer paid the shipping. I didn't have it down as a best offer, even though it's Christmas time and I knew I could probably get it for a little bit more. It's taking up a lot of room. I've got a little small, my eBay room is a little small room, and I don't have a lot of room for it. Maybe one day I'll move up and get me a storage locker or something as I grow. But for now, I've got enough items to fill the room pretty good. And this is taking up a lot of shelf space. Like I said, it was close to 30 inches wide, so that takes up a lot of shelf space. Anyway, so I took the offer of $200 plus the shipping, and the buyer really paid up on shipping because it went all the way to Canada. So that was a really good sale. If you hadn't seen it, I had it in another video. I showed it where it's a used item, and I put it all together. You'd never know it was used. It was still really clean, but I put it together and showed that it was working. So in my eBay listing, this one right here, and you're welcome to look it up if you want to. Down at the bottom, I included or attached a video that goes straight to YouTube, and it shows the animation of the train working. And a lot of times when I have items that are animated or move or make sounds or something unique special about it like that, I'll attach a little YouTube video in my listing, and it's just a link that can be done. And most of the time that item will sell very fast, and I think that's why it sells very fast, is because they're able to see it in action. That was real quick, and that was my 20 items that sold. Okay, just before I give you the breakdown from our gross to our net, I'm going to show you I sold another AcuRite thermometer. That's the third one today. I'm just about out of them, so that retail arbitrage find was a really good deal for me. So today's breakdown from gross to net, our 20 sales equal to $849.25. Our total shipping cost was right on the nose at $140 even, which leaves $705.25. Now you throw in eBay and PayPal fees. The eBay fees were $76.41, and the PayPal fees were $24.92, which leaves $603.92. Now you got to subtract the cost of goods. So the cost of goods was $65.50, which leaves me a net profit of $538.42. And I was really happy with that sale. Where else can you make over $500 on a weekend at home? $538, you figure that's 4 weekends in a month. That's $2,000 sitting at home. So I'll take that every weekend. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't seen our other videos, go back and watch the other videos. If you're new to the channel, just stumbled across us, and you like these kind of videos, then go ahead and consider subscribing and click that notification bell so you'll know when more videos come out. And remember, to all you resellers out there, find it, sell it, and profit. Y'all have a great day.